Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. Coming to you today from Armidale in regional north something, New South Wales. This is a really lovely little town. We're touring here with Opera Australia at the moment. Obviously I don't have all my gear with me, so I'm sorry for the weird angles and stuff. But I'm sitting here doing my planning, and I'm taking this tour as an opportunity to develop my planning system. For those of you who have followed my channel over the last few years, you would have seen me go through a number of different sorts of planning, and it's been really hard for me to find a system that works for me. And bullet journaling was as close as I could find, and I adapted things like the Traveler's Notebook into a modular bullet journal. I used the Hobonichi as a sort of bullet journal. And what I have always found is that I can never quite get the system to fit what I need it to do. My planning is always minimalist. I am not spending hours doing fancy layouts and spreads and artistic stuff. For me, planning is actually super important, that it is effective and concise, and it doesn't get in the way of actually doing the things that you are planning. So if I spend 90 minutes doing a spread on a project page, then that's 90 minutes that I could have spent doing a 5-minute spread to get the information on the page, and then 85 minutes actually spent on the project itself, or doing other projects and jobs. So I am not spending hours using markers and watercolors and things. I use a Greenwood journal. At the moment it's a lined journal, and my system is simple. It is to-do lists, it is project information, it is daily planning, and the daily section of what I do is incredibly simple. It's about collating information from 3 sources into one place where I can then go each day, and it's one of the first things I do each morning. I sit down with the book and I write out what that day's plan is. And so I'm collating information from a social media calendar, because the social media stuff I do is important to me. I like to connect with you all. I like to share what I'm doing. And working with a number of brands, there's schedules that need to be, maintained with that. So I have a social media calendar where I in detail list what is happening on what days, what is due on what days, all that sort of stuff. I then have a regular daily planner, and for this tour that is taking the form as a weekly spread. So each week is listed out, and basically it is because there are flights, coaches, hotels to check into, all of that sort of information, and that can go in as I get it into this diary, which I've set up 3 months in advance. And then, so you have 3 months, and at the end of that, I have the following few months as single pages with the date listed, and then all the information I need that can then be transferred into the next 3 months when I go to set that up. And I try and do all that about a month in advance, so that I'm keeping on top of it all. I then collate information from that. So on each day, I have a column for a list of my diary. So like it'll say 2 p.m. rehearsal, 5:30 show, 7:15 coach leaves, that sort of stuff. And then underneath that, I list the social media stuff I've got to do on that day as a checklist. And then I have my general to-do list down the side of the page, which can be things like emails I have to send, or, shopping list items, stuff that I need to get, that sort of thing. So it's all then collated into one single space on the page, and they flow one after the other, day by day on the pages. Then if I need to do a project page, that goes on the next blank page or next spread, depending on how much space I'm going to need, and you continue to fill that up. All those project pages are then indexed at the back. So you can see there are elements of all of this that are taken from bullet journaling and other journaling systems, planning systems like weekly planners, that sort of stuff, but it's collating it into one book for me that has made this possible. And I think it's important that everyone's planner suits their needs. Mine is minimalist. If you want to spend that time as a meditative project to do those artistic and detailed spreads, then that's great. If you want to spend time doing sort of complex planning and habit tracking and all those sorts of stuff, that's great, because that's what you need. What I need is a simple, this is what I'm doing today. And then, if I have a meeting or, we have a company meeting or something like that, and then take notes, and then that is indexed at the back, so I can always find where that is. I don't index at the front because you never know how many pages you're going to need for an index. So if I start at the back and the index works its way from the back towards the front, and my normal stuff works its way from the front to the back, they meet at one point, and then you get a new notebook. It's that simple. I'll do a more detailed video of this system when I have got back from my tour, and I've honed it and I've developed it into what I need. I'm calling it freeform journaling just because that's an easy thing for me to refer to it as, because I've shown a few other people about this system, and they agree that, like, for a minimalist style planner that you're setting up yourself, like I've drawn all the weeks in, myself, like it's all very simple, and I've done the calendars and all of that. It's important to me because I need to have the space for what I need in it and where it goes. So yeah, it's simple, it's minimalist, it's effective, it's time efficient, and that's what I've been doing. So I'm just sitting here doing that this morning, and I thought I'd make a very short little video about it, just discussing sort of what I'm doing. If you use your journal in a way that is a unique or new to you, I'd love to hear from you about that. Hopefully I'll get a couple more of these videos done while I'm on tour, and I can get a bit better framing and stuff like that. But these rooms are fairly simple, and I'm traveling as light as I can. So but it's the content that counts, right? Okay, well, thank you for watching. I hope you found this video interesting and useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications button if you want to stay up to date with the videos that I produce, and please feel free to get in touch using any of the platforms listed below. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at @the_offstage_me, or you can contact me on any of my videos here, or drop me an email, which is also listed down below. If you've got products you think I should be looking at, or if there's a way you'd like to support the channel by sponsoring a review or providing an item for a review, I would love to hear from you. In the meantime, enjoy your pens and your planning, and I'll talk to you soon.